Well, that's a minor inconvenience. Frozen rock solid. Shit.
As soon as I left the vicinity of Ulaanbaatar, traffic almost stopped. Just the odd car or truck every few minutes. Nevertheless, the road was good with more gas stations than expected.
Yeah, so I made it out of Ulanbaataar and drove west for right now. It's about 143 kilometers, and it is really windy and a headwind, constant headwind. Yeah, so I didn't film much because of the storm or winds, because they also carry a lot of sand, and I don't want to get sand into my sensor. I'm at a gas station, as you can see. So over there's the intersection, and I'm going right.
The whole day I more or less drove through giant plains with mountains in the distance, which would fit a lot of the areas I came through in Mongolia.
The small town of Bayannuur. Keep going. Vad ist das? Aber wo? so after, I'm not sure yet, I have to still tally everything up, but I believe we're around 230 kilometers today. I made it to this ancient site here. These are all ruins, and I just have to look up the name because I'm not sure where it was. Khar Bukh ruin. It's actually a pretty big site, and there's something called a White Palace that was here. I think there might be the big one over there. And also there's this small museum. It's just one room basically, with a bunch of artifacts that they excavated here. Most of it was in Mongolian, so I couldn't really read anything. Nevertheless, it's always interesting to see some of the history. Also, this is the place probably where I'll stay my first night here in Mongolia, actually. Not in Mongolia, but on the road in Mongolia. Let's have a look inside this ruin here. All in Mongolian. But I think this is what was called the White Palace. In what was called the White Palace. Birds? Oh, up there too. Seems like they're nesting here. There's not a lot here, just stones. Oh, actually, I didn't mention that the museum, or I think the entry for the whole place, was 2,000 tugrik, which is less than €1, even also less than $1. And also she said I can camp here if I want, at least if I hope I understood that correctly. Still more collapsed stone building. Yeah, that's it for this thing here, these ruins.
The night was rather cold, but I still had to get going again. This was also the first day I had to drive off-road, since the road just wrong. Hier aber links hier.
Made it. Oh, whew. That was tough.
This ferry was the only way to cross the river since the bridge collapsed some time ago.
So yeah, this is all. Okay, then this easy.
The landscape here was amazing though. If you were lucky, you could spot some houses on the horizon, but the rest was just empty stuff.
Or 10.
I'm making
Yeah, is it?
Ja, wo durchgekommen?
Ja, weil.
Daar.
Ah. Is okay. Is okay.
We wissen noch nicht so.
Unfortunately, this is the last clip before my battery ran out. But in the evening I reached Tsetserleg and continued the next morning into Mongolia's central mountain range, which proved to be quite a challenge for my moped.
Fuck. Oh, I was on reserve.
When I came closer to Tariat, my goal for today, I got into some sort of a forest for the first time since coming to Mongolia. It's very interesting. As soon as you stop for more than 5 minutes, someone will appear seemingly from nowhere, checking you out.
Well, that's a minor inconvenience. Frozen rock solid. It really is freezing around here. And tomorrow it should get a bit better. This week, it's Monday today, will be really, really cold. And yeah, I think tomorrow it should get into the 10s, so like 12 Celsius. Oh shit. That's when I'll move on, so I'll stay here for another night until it gets a bit warmer. And tomorrow then go to Tsetserleg